There are few places in the world as iconic as Big Ben. Towering over the Thames, surrounded by the timeless architecture of London, it's not the kind of place you'd expect to witness a showdown. And yet...
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
That's where the world held its breath as two legendary figures faced off in an unthinkable match: Emmanuel "Tiny" Yarbrough, the giant of sumo and wrestling fame, and Jackie Chan, the martial arts whirlwind who defied gravity in every film he touched. The crowd was stunned into silence as the sun dipped behind the clock tower. There they stood, two men from opposite ends of the fighting spectrum. One, a mountain of a man whose mass could shake the earth with a single step. The other, a lightning bolt in human form, quick as thought and twice as unpredictable. Let's start with Yarbrough. Standing at 6 feet 8 inches and weighing over 600 pounds at his prime, Emmanuel Yarbrough was a force of nature. Known for his career in sumo and as a mixed martial artist, his strategy in any fight was brutally simple: get close, grapple, and crush. His sheer mass gave him not just power, but presence. Watching Yarbrough move was like watching a tidal wave: slow, yes, but once it hit you, resistance was futile. His opponents feared the clinch, because if he managed to get even a piece of you, an arm, a leg, a shoulder, it was game over. But that size came at a cost. Yarbrough's speed and stamina were limited. He was vulnerable to fighters who could keep moving, keep distance, and wear him down. Against a mobile, tactical opponent, Yarbrough had to end it early or risk losing the war of attrition. Enter Jackie Chan. A master of kung fu, acrobatics, improvisation, and pain tolerance, Jackie Chan is not just a martial artist, he's a living legend. Known for turning everything from ladders to brooms into weapons, his style is as unpredictable as it is elegant. He's fought on skyscraper scaffolding, inside a moving train, and even while on roller skates. The man has made a career out of doing the impossible. But Chan isn't without his own weaknesses. Despite his agility, his striking power is limited compared to a heavy hitter. He relies on speed, timing, and intelligence, picking apart his opponents with relentless motion and creativity. One mistake in a fight with someone like Yarbrough, and it could be over. One slip, one mistimed dodge, and the sumo giant could have him in a crushing embrace. And so, the stage was set. Big Ben loomed above them like an ancient judge. The crowd roared as the bell tolled. Yarbrough made the first move, stepping forward with surprising agility for his size. The cobbled ground groaned under his weight. Chan danced back, eyes locked on the giant, calculating every step. Yarbrough lunged. The stone tiles cracked beneath him. Chan rolled, narrowly avoiding a crushing grab, then sprang up behind him with a cheeky grin, tapping Yarbrough on the back of the head like a schoolyard prankster. The crowd laughed. Yarbrough did not. But that's the beauty of Chan's style. He fights like a comedian, but every move is razor sharp. As Yarbrough grew more frustrated, his swings became wilder. His breathing deepened. Chan led him in a slow circle around the base of Big Ben, bouncing off lampposts, slipping between columns, leaping onto benches and signposts. Yarbrough finally managed to corner him against a red phone booth. It looked like the end, until Chan somersaulted over him, grabbed the top of the booth, and kicked both legs backward into Yarbrough's back with surprising force. The sumo giant stumbled, arms flailing. That's when Jackie turned up the heat. He used every surface around him, walls, rails, even a passing food cart, to confuse and disorient his opponent. He struck Yarbrough with quick jabs to pressure points, rolled away from his grasp, and never let him find his footing. 10 minutes in, Yarbrough was heaving, sweat pouring down like rain. Jackie saw his moment. He feinted left, then vaulted off a bike rack into a flying spinning kick, square into Yarbrough's chest. The big man wobbled, arms flailing, and stumbled backward, straight into the Thames. A collective gasp swept the crowd as Yarbrough crashed into the water with a splash that echoed for miles. Chan landed softly, dusted off his hands, and bowed with a smile. So, why did Jackie Chan win? It wasn't just speed, or skill, or even his legendary agility. Jackie won because he understood the fight wasn't about brute force, it was about adaptation. While Yarbrough brought overwhelming strength, Jackie brought creativity. He fought with intelligence, patience, and the environment itself. Where others saw obstacles, Jackie saw opportunities. And most of all, he never fought Yarbrough where Yarbrough was strong. This wasn't just a win. It was a masterclass. At the foot of Big Ben, on a day that blended myth and reality, the martial artist from Hong Kong reminded the world that a well-placed kick can topple a mountain, and do it with style.